but you've got 25 to 30 seconds in that introduction, and it needs to come off like silk. Yeah, so I will tell you that phone calls, when you don't even know who the buyer is, are very, very ineffective. You're going to spend a lot of time getting the runaround. They're going to take messages that nobody's ever going to call you back. It starts with identifying your top 100 accounts inside of your respective geography. From there, you need to actually go out and visit those top 10, top 20 accounts that are on your target list. Go in, have a glass of wine, order a cocktail, stop by and have a soup for lunch. Doesn't mean you have to eat dinner there if it's really expensive, but you need to go in and check it out live. Don't walk in the first time when you don't even know who the buyer is with a bag. That is the death knell. You want to have a business card in your pocket. Your goal is to identify who the buyer is, and if they are there, to actually introduce yourself and secure an appointment for down the road, maybe a week down the road, 2 weeks down the road. But your only goal when you're in that account is to ask a lot of questions to identify the true needs for that account. Think about how your brand is going to fit into those needs for that account and secure the appointment. So maybe you're sitting at the bar having a glass of wine. You're talking to the bartender. Oh, who owns this place? Who's the manager? When are they normally here? I'm actually in the wine and spirit business. I'd love to meet them. But if you are a customer and you are having a glass of wine, they're going to be much more apt to actually share information with you and be truthful. They're not going to view you as somebody who is there to separate them from their money. So first, you need to do some detective work and some reconnaissance if you can. The next thing you can do is, if the person is actually there, say, oh, I'd love to say hi and just introduce myself. Oh yeah, I'll bring Brian over. Maybe you actually bring Brian over and you have the ability to do an introduction. So whether it's live when you're on the discovery appointment or when you're walking in the door with the distributor, you need to be prepared with a 30 to 45 second introduction or elevator introduction that tells the buyer a couple things. Who are you? Why is it important that I listen to you? And why is it, and how exactly is it going to benefit me? Right? So they are wanting to know these things if you expect them to commit you to memory. So for instance, for me, if I was a district manager over, let's say, the state of Florida, and I was walking into an account and meeting the buyer for the first time, I would shake their hand and say, hi, I'm Jason Steffens. I'm district manager for Deutsch Family Wine and Spirits for the state of Florida. I'm tasked with building relationships with the top 100 on-premise accounts in the state. And I just wanted to come in and talk to you today to see if it makes sense for us to do business. So within 20 seconds, my name, my title, right? Who am I? If I have brands that they might recognize, like I might say, you might recognize me from such brands as Josh Cellars, Yellowtail, Gray Whale, Gin, Cantera Negra, Tequila, and Redemption Whiskey. If that's going to help you, drop a couple of brands that you sell if you have market penetration. But you've got 25 to 30 seconds in that introduction, and it needs to come off like silk.